A lot of former college players, some pro players that are back in Indy. Honestly, it's not my job to get them. That's our coach.
Gets it into Clark. Clark races away, and the mythical...
Caitlin Clark has never been the type to let doubt or criticism go unanswered. From her earliest days in competitive basketball to her professional career in the WNBA, she has faced skeptics, naysayers, and critics who questioned whether her talent could translate under pressure. Some doubted her ability to adapt from college dominance to the professional ranks. Others focused on her personality, questioning whether her confidence could be mistaken for arrogance. Yet every time Clark stepped onto the court, she turned criticism into motivation and delivered performances that left her doubters speechless. These moments of intensity reveal not just her skill but her mental fortitude, her ability to focus under fire, and her commitment to proving that hard work and preparation speak louder than words. Early challenges and public doubts even during her college career, Caitlin Clark was not immune to criticism. While her scoring records and highlight reel plays drew attention and acclaim, she also faced a consistent stream of skepticism from commentators and rival fans. Some questioned whether her success was sustainable at the professional level, while others doubted that she could handle the physicality and speed of WNBA competition. These doubts were magnified during high-stakes games where expectations were at their highest and every play was scrutinized. Instead of allowing this criticism to distract her, Clark seemed to channel it into focus. Each performance became an opportunity to prove her skeptics wrong, demonstrating not only skill but resilience, composure, and the ability to perform when the spotlight was most intense. Lessons learned from adversity: every great athlete faces setbacks, and Caitlin Clark is no exception. From difficult losses to public scrutiny, she has encountered adversity at nearly every stage of her career. What sets her apart is her response to these challenges. Instead of letting negative experiences diminish her confidence, she analyzes them, adjusts her game, and emerges stronger. Each mistake becomes a lesson, and each critical comment fuels her motivation. This approach has allowed Clark not only to overcome obstacles, but to use them as stepping stones toward greater achievement. By turning adversity into growth, she has demonstrated maturity and resilience beyond her years, which makes her dominance on the court all the more impressive. Training and preparation. The work behind the dominance Caitlin Clark's performances on the court are remarkable, but what often goes unnoticed is the rigorous training and preparation that fuels her success. Her dedication to improving every aspect of her game, shooting, passing, defense, and conditioning, is relentless. She studies film meticulously, analyzing opponents' tendencies and weaknesses to gain an edge before stepping on the court. Clark's preparation is a blend of physical conditioning and mental strategy, allowing her to anticipate plays and make split-second decisions that leave her critics in awe. This level of commitment demonstrates that her success is not a product of talent alone, but of tireless effort and a disciplined approach to excellence. Rising intensity. The moment she became unstoppable, Clark's defining moments often came when she was under pressure. Whether facing veteran defenders, high-stakes tournament games, or moments of public doubt, she consistently elevated her performance. Her intensity on the court is a mix of competitive fire and disciplined execution. It is in these moments that she silences critics most effectively. She does not respond with words or confrontations off the court. Her response is visible in her play. Every drive to the basket, every three-point shot, and every carefully orchestrated assist serves as evidence of her readiness and ability to dominate at the highest level. It is this combination of focus and intensity that sets her apart from her peers and allows her to consistently overcome criticism from those who doubted her early career. Clutch performances that defined her career. Caitlin Clark has repeatedly demonstrated an uncanny ability to perform under extreme pressure. In crucial moments of games, when the crowd is tense and the scoreboard is tight, Clark seems to rise above the chaos. These clutch performances are not simply the result of talent, but of her preparation, focus, and mental resilience. Whether it's draining a contested three-pointer in the final seconds or orchestrating a play that turns the tide in her team's favor, these moments define her as a player who thrives when everything is on the line. They also reinforce a message to her critics that when the stakes are highest, Clark does not falter. She flourishes, silencing critics through historic performances. Throughout her career, Clark has repeatedly delivered performances that are impossible to ignore. In games against highly ranked opponents or during critical moments, she has broken records, posted career-high statistics, and executed plays that shift the momentum in her team's favor. Critics who once questioned her abilities are forced to acknowledge her dominance because the numbers speak for themselves. Every time she hits a clutch shot or leads her team in scoring and assists, it becomes a clear statement. She is capable, prepared, and deserving of her accolades. These moments demonstrate not only her talent, but also her mental strength, as she consistently performs at a level that exceeds expectations despite the weight of external skepticism. The psychological edge. Turning criticism into motivation. One of Caitlin Clark's most remarkable traits is her ability to transform criticism into a competitive edge. Instead of letting negative commentary impact her confidence, she channels it into determination and focus. This psychological resilience is evident in her performances, where she not only plays with skill, but also with a visible intensity that leaves opponents and critics alike in awe. Her capacity to maintain composure, execute under pressure, and capitalize on every opportunity speaks to a mindset that is both strategic and disciplined. Clark demonstrates that the mental aspect of competition, the ability to thrive despite criticism and pressure, is as important as physical talent, and it is this combination that allows her to consistently silence doubters. Memorable moments against the doubters. Some of the most memorable moments in Clark's career are tied directly to instances where she faced intense scrutiny or doubt. In games where veteran defenders were expected to contain her, Clark found ways to elevate her play, often delivering triple-digit performances, remarkable assists, and clutch shots. Each of these moments is not just a statistic but a narrative, a story of a player who refused to be defined by others' expectations. She turned challenges into opportunities, proving repeatedly that her performance, preparation, and focus could outshine skepticism. These moments have become benchmarks, illustrating how Clark transforms criticism into a platform for excellence and highlighting her role as a rising icon in the sport. The fan's perspective. Turning critics into supporters. Caitlin Clark's intensity and ability to silence critics has not gone unnoticed by fans. Those who once questioned her capabilities are now cheering her on, recognizing the dedication, skill, and perseverance she brings to every game. Social media is flooded with highlights of her most impressive performances, and young athletes look to her as a role model for resilience and excellence. The transformation of critics into supporters speaks volumes about her impact both on and off the court. Clark's journey illustrates that extraordinary performance, combined with character, can shift public perception and inspire an entire fan base, solidifying her legacy in the sport. Leadership beyond the stats. Beyond her individual achievements, Caitlin Clark has emerged as a leader on and off the court. Her teammates look to her not just for scoring, but for guidance, motivation, and composure in high-pressure situations. Clark sets a standard through her work ethic and mental focus, inspiring those around her to elevate their own performance. Leadership is not measured solely in points or assists, but in the ability to influence a team's culture and mindset. By showing confidence, resilience, and determination, she has cultivated an environment where teammates are empowered to play at their best, which ultimately magnifies her impact and silences even the harshest critics. A legacy of resilience and excellence. Caitlin Clark's story is one of talent, determination, and resilience. Every time she has faced critics, skeptics, or intense competition, she has responded not with words, but with performance. Her ability to maintain composure under pressure, deliver historic performances, and turn criticism into motivation is what sets her apart from her peers. As she continues to build her career, Clark's legacy is defined not only by statistics and accolades, but by the way she has consistently silenced her doubters. She serves as a reminder that greatness is often measured not just by skill, but by mental toughness and the ability to rise above challenges. What do you think is Caitlin Clark's most memorable moment against her critics? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know which performance impressed you the most. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth breakdowns of the game's rising stars and their defining moments. Stay tuned for more stories about the athletes who inspire and redefine what it means to compete at the highest level.